With Man United looking to bottle the end of the season, we need to push on and secure that top six space. Yes, welcome back folks, hope you're doing well. This is how the table looks so far. We're at West Ham, we're in season 4, we've done everything we could with Chelsea and now we're looking to West Ham. And we're looking to push them up into the Europa League spots. And if we win today's game, that is exactly where we could be. I mean, Wolves are beating Crystal Palace 2-0. So it doesn't look like we're going to overtake Wolves today. But we still got a game in hand over them. Having said that, the team we're playing, Newcastle, who sit in 5th. I've gone too far to show you the team. So we'll show you it as we get to the preview. Here we are then. A Newcastle team that hosts the likes of Ugarte and Barella, along with Manu Kone in midfield. They've got Antonio Silva. They've got Abada. They've still got Isaac. They've still got Guimarães. They've got Oscar Pereira, who is a wonder kid that has recently come to my attention on this game. But never mind that. We've got Scamacca. We've got Leonardo, Scott and Bowen behind him. Paqueta and Gallagher in the centre midfield. And we've got a defence of Truffer, Ignacio, Palista and Ben Johnson today, getting a nod ahead of Belanova, who was a little bit tired. And as ever, Jordan Pickford in between the sticks. Recently, we've been on such a good run of form. We have got this game and then the second leg of a quarter-final of the Europa League against Porto coming up as we possibly go 1-0 down there. It looks like he should be on. Not an ideal start to this after 2 great starts in the last couple of episodes. And it is awarded and Isaac has got a goal before I've even finished waffling about what we're going to do in this episode. Let's see it again. Manu Kone, far too much space. Clever ball back to Saint-Maximin. And Isaac taps home. An early shout of demand, more required then. Yeah, we beat Porto 3-0 in the first leg at home, but they did have their chances, so I don't think we're completely home and dry. Marcus Leonardo there gives the ball away disappointingly, and now Abada has got a lot of space to run into. He finds Isaac, and Isaac finds the goal for a second time. This time the linesman's a bit more confident that there's an offside somewhere. Well, I hope for all things Europa that there was, and there was. He was just about straight offside. He's missed out on his 24th goal of the season. I'm going to say good work from Palista there stepping up. In reality, he's probably just a bit slower than he used to be. I mean, I'm going to berate him. There's just nothing going on for us here. As Alex Scott sloppy there. Don't expect that from him. The tenacity to win it back is something you do kind of expect from us. Ugarte, Kone this time. Barella's broke through. Finds Saint-Maximin, Abada, and we are at 6s and 7s in this game. We have not woken up at all. 20 minutes gone. And I said about Man United, I wouldn't call this a bottle because Newcastle obviously pushing for Champions League football themselves. But it could be a real dagger to the heart of our hopes of finishing top 6. Conor Gallagher cuts out the ball at this time. Bowen turns his man, runs into some space. Go on, Jared. Looks for Marcus Leonardo, who looks for Scamacca. And if we've managed to keep ourselves onside this time, we may, against the run of play, equalise. The players don't look too confident, do they? It's disallowed. That is a shame. Not sure if the offside was Leonardo. Nope. Scamacca. I mean, that for me, that looks level. I'm not happy with that one. And now Ben Johnson has got himself injured. Belanova's going to have to come on with his weary legs. And yeah, that we could have really done with that goal sticking. I mean, does that put us up? Well, according to this, we're on the same amount of games as Wolves now. I wasn't aware that we'd played 2 games in hand over them. Thought we'd only played the 1. But anyway, this could be a big result then for the end of our season. I mean, we have still got the Europa League and the FA Cup as potential routes into the bigger European competitions next season. having obviously already secured the Conference League spot. But, I mean, let's try and motivate some players here to really come out and hopefully make a difference in this second half. I mean, a draw puts us above Man United. Yeah, victory actually, it can't be taken account into that Wolves fixtures happening, because it's saying a victory would take us above Wolves, but they've pretty much won their game. So yeah, something not quite right with the in-game table there, as well as something not quite being right with our West Ham team. Although Scamacca, this time hopefully has timed his run, and Nick Pope with a fantastic save that is probably cheered all around Wolverhampton, all around Manchester, all around Newcastle. But certainly East London would not have been happy with that save. But this time, Marcus Leonardo, he can't keep that one out. He's stolen it at the back post. What a big moment this could be. Come off the man, come off the fella that's named after a Ninja Turtle. I'm sure it was massive in Brazil. They definitely named him after Leonardo. But anyway, I'm going to name him after some kind of god if he can get another goal, and we can turn this around. Scamacca now, Tyler Morton fresh off the bench, and he bangs one with his left as Newcastle make a couple of changes. Lopez on the left, he's just come on from St Maximan, and he's now Marshall Rutty, not sure who this is, but he's got far too much space, and Palista has brought him down, and we've given away a penalty. I mean, I don't know if it's something hard-coded in Football Manager, but we seem to give away a lot of penalties in big games that are important for our season, and we've done it again. It's Isaac steps up, Pickford goes the right way, but he can't keep it out, and despite being the better team in the second half, we find ourselves 2-1 down. A bit of a self-inflicted wound there, as I don't think we really needed to give that penalty away, but we did. Now we have to regroup if we can. Doesn't look like we can. Maybe we can. I've just probably killed a highlight. What do I do here? Paquetá's knackered, so Brooks can come on. If we change them to around. João Pedro is still expected to be out 4 to 9 days. Do I risk bringing him on? I can't really, can I? I can't really risk it. Maybe a lack of squad depth coming back to haunt us as we sort of go to the later end of the season. I mean, a defeat's not the end of the world. It's not ideal, especially in that manner. We've gone down 2-1. It does make me angry. I'm going to tell him it makes me angry. I mean, what could have been... We do still have a game in hand over Wolves, but we're now 5 points behind them. So the in-game table was just lying to us. So onwards and upwards. Porto, I mean, second leg. Can we secure ourselves a semi-final berth? We've already hit our expectation from the board in all of the competitions. So it's been a good season. We've had a good effect on this West Ham team. Now we just need to spend a couple of days, regroup. And while we do that, I'll see you in a second for the Porto game. Right, and here we are. Before I show you this Porto game, I'll just show you how we got on in the first leg. It looks fairly comfortable from this screen, I will say. And we did have a goal disallowed. But John McGinn went and got himself sent off for elbowing someone straight in the face, which was far from ideal. But 3-0 up, I think we've got a pretty good chance here of securing ourselves a semi-final berth in this season's Champions League. And what team are we going to go with? We're going to make that change because he's looking quite tired. And yeah, we'll start with this, and then we'll make some changes if we need to. But we're going to go Pickford in goal. Actually, I'm going to rest Pickford. I'm going to put Areola in goal. Why not? We've got 3-0. I mean, I really hope these changes do not bite me firmly in the backside. But big Dan Burn's going to come in. Emerson gets a start at left back. Ignacio and Byrne. Bellanova back in at right back. Paqueta and Gallagher, as you'd expect. Bowen going to come in from the left because Barbosa's going to come from the right. And then Brooks is going to be behind Scamacca. Right. 3-0 ahead. Should be fairly plain sailing. And I tell you what, looking at the teams that are left in this competition, Sporting versus Tottenham, and Tottenham are 1-0 up, but they're not exactly secure. And Dortmund away at Mainz, having drawn that first leg 1-1. I'd actually fancy us to definitely get to the final. I mean, looks like where it showed the fixtures before, it was the other way around. So Tottenham are actually at home and Dortmund are at home. Although Dortmund have conceded an early goal, they've equalised quite early as well. Tottenham have conceded an early goal. So if one of these two teams go out and we manage to hold on to our 3-0 lead, I actually fancy us to do very, very well in this competition indeed. Hopefully we can go on and win it, because that will give us Champions League football next year. And we don't have to worry about bottling it against Newcastle. Or even, well, we still have to worry about the Wolves game because it will be before then. We won't actually know if we won this till after the season. So I'd like to at least secure Europa League football as Paqueta gives the ball away. Again, Mediterranean's in and we've conceded. Ooh. Right, this could be a bit of a bad episode for us. Maybe the changes I made have bit me on the bum, although Ignacio was going to play regardless. I think he's the one who's lost his man there. They've got Livakovic in goal. It's time to demand more. Vegas, what a name. Pochettino, by the way, manager of Porto in this universe, as Galeno goes through. And oh my God, we are throwing this away. What the hell am I seeing? This time it is probably Dan Byrne that has, I mean, just ran through treacle to try and get back to his man, and we are 2-0 down already. Not another one, please. Gallagher there showing some fight, but we lose it again. Can we regroup? Can we get possession of this football? Klosterman at right back. Vitic. Galeno, who's just scored for them, beats Dan Byrne again. Although Dan Byrne does get back. And Emerson's given the ball away. What are we doing? Pepe. Oh, Taremi nearly gets in. Gallagher dilly-dallies on the ball. And they get a shot from outside the box. It goes high wide and not very handsome. But it's another warning shot. If we don't wake up soon, we could be actually... This definitely would be a bottle. This definitely would be considered a bottle, as they're playing it round us with ease, to be honest. David Brooks, though, gets a foot in. Bellanova, Barbosa, Ignacio. This does not fill me with confidence the way we've started this game, and we're playing it around quite nicely in the end. As Emerson brings it towards the halfway line, looks for Scamacca. Scamacca with a great touch on his chest, and unfortunately for us, the keeper goes to his near post and makes a fantastic save. Jared Bowen with the free kick, the corner. Dan Byrne was looking to make amends there at the back post where you'd fancy him. Paqueta, Conor Gallagher, poor touch from Gallagher there, and we're vulnerable to the counter-attack. Emerson with a good sliding tackle sees out that danger. Right, I'm going to have to berate this team. Aguilera, Pepe, Busio, Vegas. Far too much space. Again, it comes up to Mediterranean and we scramble it clear. Barbosa now looking to find Scamacca over the top again. He does. Scamacca breaks into the box. He finds David Brooks. How crucial could that goal be? It's normally Scamacca that scores the crucial goals for us. This time, he looks like he's provided one. He has. Well, he definitely provided one. Whether it be a big goal for us, time will tell. But it's definitely big in terms of getting us back into this game, re-establishing a 2-goal lead. We're still 2-1 down on the night, but at least we've got a bit more of a cushion going in to the second half. If we can keep it at 2-1 till half time, which, I mean, they've got a highlight. They're breaking into a box. Please don't give away another penalty. Galeno, Pepe. I mean, we're restricting them now to longer range efforts, but they are having quite a few of them, which is quite alarming. Right then, how are we looking now? Far from pleased. Defenders, I think you need to up your game in the second half. Everyone looks fired up. That is what we like to see. Not too fired up. We do not want another John McGinn moment, like elbowing someone in the face. But if we could just get another Skamaka moment, by that I mean a vital goal. That's Emerson now. Looks to bring the ball over the halfway line. Jared Bowen now. David Brooks looking to get in behind Vitic. He cannot do it. They're playing a bit of tiki-taka in their own box. And now they look like they're going to counter-attack. Klosterman plays it all the way back to Vitic, who just stops. Klosterman again. Now Galeno's got the wrong side of his man. Dan Burn, what have you done there? Galeno, and it's luckily for us it's gone wide. Dan Burn ran away from it. I tell you what, Dan Burn, you're coming off, mate. You're giving me all sorts of anxiety. Whereas, there he is, Palista. Club captain, come on, mate. You need to come on. Give this. Jared Bowen not having the best of games from the left. Marcus Leonardo, can you come on and be a hero? Heroes required at the moment. We've got 11 potential heroes on the bench. As I see that Spurs are 2-0 down now. And Barbosa's got himself injured. I wish I knew that was going to happen before I made the change. Alex Scott going to come on. In a game where we probably could have done with resting him. But, you know, we need to... You can only beat the team that's in front of you. And you need to worry about that. We've not had many efforts in this second half. So we're going to demand more. I was going to make a change, but... nothing really. On the bench left, Emerson, Leonardo, Paqueta. Leonardo looking to run onto it, but Teze and Vitic managed to get it clear. I mean, Emerson, we get the ball back, thankfully, but we need to be a bit more clever in these situations. Oh, I thought he was going to leave him short there. Conor Gallagher. Bellanova now, some space to run into. He finds Alex Scott, fresh legs. Skamaka. Has he stayed on? The linesman's running back. The linesman thinks he has. I think he has. We was after a Skamaka moment. Skamaka has provided a Skamaka moment. How many times am I going to say Skamaka? Skamaka. I don't know. Probably going to say it at least 2 more times in this episode because he is just an amazing, amazing striker. And like I said before, it's fastly becoming one of my favourite strikers in this year's Football Manager. It's the first time I've managed him. I can't believe it. Harry Kane's got one back in that game. So a couple of games there might be going to extra time as Livakovic claims the corner. But with 3 minutes to go, fantastic comeback from the lads, showing some resiliency. Couldn't be prouder. I'm not happy with the performance, but in terms of as Leonardo, oh my God, that would have made me happy with the performance. But really happy with the comeback. The fight that we've showed could have easily folded there. But we haven't. We've got ourselves a semi-final in the Europa League to go with our semi-final in the FA Cup, our win in the Carabao Cup. I mean, a lot of talk about trebles in real life at the moment as Dortmund and Tottenham both scrape through 120-minute +1. Sporting are going to be gutted. Who are we going to face now? Oh, we've got Real Sociedad. So Dortmund, Tottenham in the other semi-final. Ooh. Can we get ourselves into that Europa League final? Can we get ourselves into an FA Cup final? You'll have to join us in a few days to find out. Right, boys and girls, hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, please be a legend and leave a like on the video. It really does help the channel. I'm made up with the support we got so far in this series. So keep it coming. Love you. Thank you. See you later.